In the next hour, you'll have a front row seat as Jackie looks back on 40 years as an equal opportunity offender.
Why is it that a Jew will buy a boat? No Jew ever drove a boat. No Jewish boat ever moved. The boat is to show it to you that he has a boat. That's my boat. You saw it? Good. Let's get the hell out of here.
Jackie Mason was born Jacob Mesa in Sheboygan, Wisconsin in 1934. Jackie's father, Eli, was the latest in a long line of rabbis stretching back nearly 100 years. When Jackie was 5, Eli and Jackie's mother, Bella, moved the family to New York's Lower East Side. Once they were settled, Eli enrolled Jackie and his 3 older brothers in the yeshiva.
He felt everybody, if you have any decency, you become a rabbi. My brothers all became rabbis before me, 3 brothers. I have relatives and friends, all became rabbis. To him, there was no such thing as a person who had a right not to be a rabbi. If the dog walked in, well, how come you're not a rabbi? I couldn't believe it.
While each of Jackie's brothers excelled at their religious studies, it quickly became evident that Jackie's interests were more secular.
My egomania was great, but the voice was mediocre. What really was driving me with that need for stardom, and a Kenter was a kind of a star. A Kenter was the guy who sings all the songs of the temple, and he has a whole fancy gown and outfit, and everybody admires him as the star of the show. He's like a local Pavarotti in the neighborhood. All together.
Though his voice was good, Jackie realized it wasn't good enough to set him apart. Discouraged but not defeated, he turned his attention to comedy. Summer job in the Catskill Mountains. By day, he worked as a resort hotel activities director. At night, he prowled the hotel strip, looking for an open microphone.
And I was the world's worst activities director, but getting up in the morning is not my field. And once I got up, I couldn't move. And I was supposed to start a game off. So how do you start a volleyball game if you're still sleeping?
Slowly, Jackie's time as a social director shrank as his popularity behind the microphone grew.
He came on like a shot, everybody. The buzz in the Catskills, in the Red Apple Rest, and everywhere that mattered in those days was about Jackie Mason.
Every fall, he would return to his religious studies and explain to his father that his flights to the hills were merely a diversion and a way to pay for his education.
To him, a comedian and the Ku Klux Klan would have been exactly the same. Either way, you're wiping out the religion.
Jackie was ordained a rabbi in 1958. It was a concession made to his father's wishes. But Jackie's commitment to the rabbinate didn't last long.
So to force myself to become a rabbi wasn't easy because I didn't have the kind of conviction that a rabbi should have. So I started to perform as a rabbi, and I was very uncomfortable at it, so I started to tell some jokes in my sermons here and there. And as the jokes got better and better, I started to charge a cover and a minimum. And the amazing thing is that as the Gentiles in the area heard about me, more and more Gentiles came to see me. So many Gentiles came that before you know it, there was no room for the Jews. The Jews couldn't get in the building. They couldn't get in there. I became the only rabbi of a Gentile congregation.
In 1959, Eli Mesa died. His father's passing had a profound effect on Jackie and brought his life to a crossroads. The 1960s were a golden age for television comedy. Variety shows hosted by stars like Ed Sullivan, Jack Parr, Steve Allen littered network television schedules. It was the place to be for young comedians. And when Jackie Mason saw the opportunity to move from the Borscht Belt into America's living rooms, he jumped right in.
And I'll let you in on a secret. I wasn't always such a sensational performer. I was always good, but not like this. This only happened lately since I overcame my self-consciousness. Do you know that I used to be self-conscious to such an extent that I couldn't even talk to people? Would you believe it if I tell you that I was once so self-conscious that if I went to a football game and I saw the players get into a huddle, I used to think that they were talking about me?
Jackie's success in the Catskills made him a favorite of the Charlie Rapp Agency, which booked comedians in clubs across the country. One night, Jackie was playing the Slate Brothers, a Los Angeles comedy club. The audience that evening included Bill Dana, a writer for the Steve Allen Show.
This guy walks on the stage, starts doing his act, and in about 3 minutes, I'm out of my chair on the floor. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Bill Dana immediately set up an audition with Steve Allen, the host of one of television's most popular variety shows.
And before I could finish the first joke, he said, perfect. I said, perfect? Perfect for what? I wondered if he had a job for me, or it was just perfect for the door.
On April 11th, 1960, Jackie Mason made his television debut.
So I went to a psychiatrist and I said to him, what is it? He said, it's $25 a visit. I said, for $25, I don't visit. I move in.
I was talking without even hearing what I was saying, and I didn't even know that I did well, because I didn't hear any reaction. I didn't even hear my own voice.
He said, I'll ask you another question. I want to see if you're really capable of expressing natural, normal human emotion. He says, tell me the truth. Did you ever love one girl? I said, yes. He said, do you remember her name? I said, no. He said, do you remember her address, maybe? I said, I don't remember that either. He said, you're not helping me. I said, you never got me any girls either.